watching Conversations with Jennylyn, and today I have a fascinating guest to share with you. His name is Mr. Levi SaintGermain, and we have already done half an hour of this interview, and I forgot to hit record. I've never done that before, but we're going to start over, and hopefully he doesn't mind repeating some of what he's already said. Now, Levi, English is not his first language. He lives in another country, and therefore, if you're not understanding clearly what he's saying, just pay attention because I understand him very well. And based on the series I've been sharing with you about the experiences I've been having with demons and reptilians, I stumbled upon his work and was fascinated because he's an author and a researcher, and a lot of his work resonated with what I am experiencing, and I thought it would be a good idea to bring an expert on my show to share his expertise in the areas that we have been covering. And so welcome again, Levi.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
And I feel so bad to put you through this whole thing twice. Let's call the first one the rehearsal. How's that?
Okay, perfect. Let's go.
So anyway, I wanted to discuss the reptilians with Levi because you all know that I have been having issues with reptilians and demons. And as you all know also, that I have discovered recently that my soul has signed up to come to the planet to help lost souls or trapped souls to go to the light instead of being stuck here. And since discovering this, I've been experiencing an unusual amount of reptilian and demonic attack. And as you know, Mel has been on the show with me, explaining to you every week what she's finding and how she's helping me. And I'm hoping in the future, at Levi's convenience, to do a segment with Levi and Mel so that you can have an even clearer understanding. And so today I want to ask Levi a question I've already asked them. And that is, why are reptilians so interested in human souls? Because that's what we all believe. So he's going to clarify this for us.
Yeah. So like I've said before already, they are not really interesting in our souls, okay? So they are more interesting in our energies. And if I talk about energy, you know, in this case, we talk about the bad energy of the negative energy that we have. That's mean, example, when we are very emotional, of when there is something happening in our life very badly, you know, of some people have angry in them from themselves, you know. So on this energy, they go to feed them. So it has nothing to do with the soul, but more with the energy. Like I've said also before, Jenny, you know, sometimes you can come in a room and a person is very sad. You can see immediately that he's very sad without talking. That is the energy what he projects. Of course, because we project all energies, you know, we are energy. So yes, of course, our aura, some people can see the colors from our aura that change. Some people can feel it only, you know, so that is this energy. And of course, people, they are very, very sad and so on. Of course, they feed them from this energy, like some humans do also, you know, when you meet them, you talk with them 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and you feel you have no energy anymore because these people suck your energy, you know, because they don't have this positive energy to bring to a high vibration. So on the end of the question, to come back again on your question, they need our souls. No, they don't need our souls, but they need our energy.
Okay, thank you so much for answering that question. And I said earlier, before we started recording, that I had what I call the misfortune of dating a half human, half reptilian. And that person made a contract somehow without my permission to somehow, I call it trafficking souls, because I don't have a better description, because that's what it appears like to me, this person behind my back used me as a vessel to traffic souls. Now, I don't know where he gets them, but there've been a lot. I have them on camera. When they were released by Archangel Michael, I have them on camera going to the light, and they're on some of my shows. And however, when I found out this person was a half of a reptilian, is when I met Mel. Because for 20 years I've been struggling and suffering, and no one could help me. No priest, no rabbi. I've gone to them all. Until I met Mel, I never got any relief from this. And I can't wait to introduce the two of you. You will really love her, because I do. And she's really helped me a lot. But this is when I discovered what was going on. And since making this discovery, I've been under intense attack daily and nightly to where it really affects me. I don't do much with my life, except I feel like I'm on a battlefield. And it's not a battle that I have any kind of expertise on how to fight. And therefore, Mel is actually fighting it for me. And I'm learning with her, and together we're trying to conquer this. But one of the things I wanted to ask you in your research, how do people in my situation, what advice do you have for someone in my situation dealing with this on how to handle it?
To how to handle, to how to protect you, you mean? Or
Yes, how to stop it? How to stop it? Can it be stopped?
it can be not stopped. Okay, that is already first thing, you know. And why it cannot be stopped, because I've told it a little bit before. So, I have to do with the levels from your spirituality, in your growth from your spirituality. It is also sometimes you need to experience this good situation or bad situation to learn about it. Like we say about karma also. So it's a little bit the same. So can you stop it? Not really. You can protect you a little bit more, that you have a little bit more distance between. It's like, for example, people, they have problems with ghosts of spirits. They are dying here, of a human that die here on our planet and stay nog always in our matrix second parallel world. Okay, he will not go to the light, he will stay here, So these people can also try to contact you. On this, you can also protect you, that they come less to you. So, but when you have this, when you're on the spiritual level, if you have this connection, this is a connection that you need to learn, to learn to understand, and so on and so on. And of course, some people have worse cases, they need to protect them. And of course, there you have different seals, Solomon seals, what we say, that can protect you. That is for on demon level, on spirit level from people that die, or even on alien level, that we'd say like this. And of course, then you have like Mel that can protect you with a bubble, like you have said before, and so on. Of course, you have different people. You know, Jenny. We have the how you say this. This you have your seven sense, like we say, smell and so on and so on. And the 6 and the 7 sin is to do with spirituality, the levels what you go up on. You have some people, they can smell much more than a normal person, or can hear, or can see, and so on. So it's different your levels, and such people, you can meet them in your life and they can protect you, because you are a very good example as a medium to talk with spirits, but you're very badly to protect you. But you have another friend that have the experience to protect you and can protect people. You have another person that can do good tarot and it can look for you in the future. And you have another one that do good pendulum, and so on and so on and so on. So of course, there are people around us on different levels, some experience what we have, that can help us, can protect us, But that can stop it? No, because there's some reason why it happened. You need to find first the reason why it's happening with you.
Well, because I was brought into the picture by the reptilian that I dated.
Mm-hmm.
He brought me into it. I did not make an arrangement with them. I was innocent that this was happening. I just found out. I don't like that answer. I don't want these things around me for the rest of my life. They have to go. I never made an arrangement with them.
Yeah,
Someone,
but you cannot say, Jenny, from I don't need to go. You know, that is like that you say, I want that there are no dogs anymore on the walls. Or no cats. There's cats around you. You cannot say, I don't want the spirits anymore. No, the spirits are living next to you, you know, they live in this parallel world. And that have also to do with demons, angels, aliens, and so on and so on.
yeah, but
So
I don't want them invading my space. They can live. I just don't want them in my space. I did not invite them.
of course, but that have again to do with the energy, why they need to feed them.
Well, I don't want to give them my energy, and that is my prerogative. My energy
Of
is
course,
mine. I'm
of
not
course, of
giving my
course, of
energy
course, of
to
course.
anybody. The person who got me in the middle of this, let him give them his energy, not mine.
But you need to know very good first the history of the reptilians to understand why they are here on our planet, why they do such things, and so on and so on. You know, because in their history they have already invade many million planets, you know, of different planets, you know, and humans is not the first time in our galaxy. If you go to read the history of our galaxies and all this stuff and the civilizations and the wars or what's happening, this wars is from beginning of time. They do the wars from beginning of time already on different planets to take over their habitats, their planet, and so on, you know. But million years ago, when they're making the war, there was more confrontation with the wars. Now they need to do it on a diplomatic way. Diplomatic way, I mean, they need to cover them a little bit, camouflage them, you know, because why? Because we have galactic federations, or we have other civilizations also that visit also our planet. They have also bases on our planet and so on. You have like the good guys and the bad guys, you know, so they are also here, you know. But the reptilians need to do it a little bit, yeah. They cannot brusque attack our world and say we make finish with humans. They cannot do this, you know, because they're also blocked also part of them also on our planet, you know. So you need to see this history of to understand this history, why they do this today, why we have shapeshifters, why we see reptilians, why people have encounters on their bed, and so on and so on. And why people like you, me also in the past, and other people do have an encounter from a reptilian of a person that shapeshifts, you know. If you look the shapeshifters on YouTube, you know, you find a lot, you know. Because why? Because it's 24 frames in a second, you know. If I shapeshift, you will not see it if I'm before you because it goes so quick. But if you film me, you will see that I shapeshift because you have 24 frames in 1 second.
Well, you also dated a reptilian, didn't you? Did I read that somewhere, or did I?
No, you know, when I was very young, I was like, I think 16 or 17 years, you know, was in really the beginning of my spiritual stuff. So, and so on. I have an encounter, you know, a shapeshift encounter. What is very strange when happening the shapeshifter encounter, I was thinking it was a dream. Okay. And I was always, for me, years, a dream. Thought I've met my mentor was a woman, and she was a high level on all these subjects. And she one day when I explained this from, I have a strange dream, you know, and she said, Levi, there was not a dream. You have encountered a reptilian. And for me, what reptilian? What is a reptilian? You know, so I was thinking even she's total crazy, this woman, you know. So she was explaining me from listening, and she was telling me this, and I thought this is in the 96 of no, it was longer, you know, whatever, you know. She told me on that time, you know, from listening, Levi, in the future you will see that more and more people will shapeshift. We will catch them on videos and so on. And I was not thinking about this shape shifting, you know. And on that moment in 96, you have not a lot of information when I was beginning my research about the reptilians and so on, you know. There was not so a lot of information. But after when YouTube existed and so on, we see more and more people shape shifting, you know. So yeah, you know, it is not an illusion from people, that's for sure.
Well, based on what you're sharing with me, and I'm so grateful for all that you're sharing, and I'm sad that we lost the first half an hour because it was such great
Right.
information. But, and that was not I don't know why it happened, but I cannot believe that for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to deal with these attacks. What human will want to live if they're being attacked 24/7?
Yeah,
Brutal.
first you need to see the attack on different levels, because sometimes people make quick mistakes, okay? To say from, was an alien, but was not an alien, was a normal ghost or spirit from a person who was dying that tried to contact you, you know? He like to have contact with you. So it's different levels that you must first go to see, you know? And then to go to find out from where it's coming. Is it a reptilian? Is it a ghost? Is it a demon even?
Oh, I know the difference. I know the difference. When the reptilians come, I can smell them a mile
Mhm.
away. So as soon as they arrive, I'm like, okay, I know what it is because, and I wake up to this smell. I go to sleep to it and I wake up to it. So nobody can confuse me about who's there. I know the difference now.
Mhm.
Don't forget 20 years of dealing with this. But the reptilians, I would say probably maybe the last 5 years. Before, it was just the demonic stuff. And I used to feel sorry for myself because no one around me knew what was happening to me. I felt weird. I felt crazy. I couldn't understand what was happening, and no one in my circle could explain what was happening. I brought the priest home. He ran out of my house and told me to move. So I know the difference, Levi. I know who and what is coming around me.
Yeah, it's normal, you know, because yourself, you know, if you are a little bit like you are, I think that you are a very spiritual woman, you know, you can also make the definition from what you experience because you are the first line where what's happening. If you can say the best from, I think it is this or this or this or this, you know, the why reason, that is so many things that can be the why reason, you know. So they can be on energy level, karma level, cannot be on experience because you're very high spiritual, and so on and so on. Many people, when they grow spiritual and when they know more and more and more, they receive more and more attacks, you know, that they try to catch you, or to disturb you, or to bring you on other ideas, and so on and so on. So yeah, for sure, there is a parallel world next to us, you know, what influence our world. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Don't you think in my case that my experiences and my attacks have to do with the fact that someone with nefarious intentions put me in this situation to cause me harm? Because that's what my situation is. The
Yeah,
person
but when it cross your arms again of pain again, that this pain again is negative energy. So
don't
if
cross my arms.
no, but you know, so is again, you know, the feed them from this negative energy. So yeah, of course, if we do in big massa in a continent or in a country, you know, where all the people is set in this mass of energy, don't forget everything in this matrix what we have to do with frequency and energies, you know, and you are also energy. So yeah, they feed them with this energy. That's for sure. And on a different levels, huh? This reptilian of this person, you know, because you have they are guys, they are in the physic world, and before you, I'm a reptilian, I can shapeshift, you know. But then you have the parallel world, what is not the physical world, the astral world, where also different beings, demons, and all these families are, you know. So there are more than 128 different ghost spirits and all this in this astral world that interfere us our world. It's a lot. You know, I don't know them even not all in detail, even, but there's a lot. So there's a lot of energies what playing in this world. So you have in the physical world that we play, and in your astral world. And even if you dream, or if you go to sleep even, also.
Well, I listened to your video with your experience with the quintessential man. That was quite a story. And I'm hoping that you and I can do more videos. And on one of those videos, I would love to have you share that experience if you're okay with it.
There's no problem.
But the thing that still makes me sad is the frequency that I'm having to deal with these reptilians. Now, I want to clarify something you said a minute ago when you were speaking for anyone listening to this video, that you are not saying you are a reptilian.
Me?
Yes.
You think that I am a reptilian or what? No,
No, no, no, no. It sounded like you said you are a reptilian.
I'm saying it's with my English, what is not so very good, you know. Let me be clear on this. No, 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 no. So, no.
I just want to make sure that people
No, you're crazy or what?
understand
No.
you. Yeah, yeah.
I will kill myself if I was one. No. I know. I think I have more than, I will be honest, you know, I am more connected to the Violet Masters, Pleiadian energies, and all this stuff, you know. Yes, for sure.
Aha, because Mel said she saw a Stargate behind you.
Hmm.
And I
No.
said, okay, wait until I bring you on the show and then you can tell him for yourself what you saw. Oh, that's awesome. But then I also noticed on Facebook, your Facebook, it says you are a Freemason secretary. What is
No, I'm not a secretary for the Freemasons. I am a very badly in the administration. You know, everything go wrong in the lodge then.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you if you would explain to us what that is. Well, what is your role with them?
No, I'm already listening in my family. There is already of many grandmasters in my family from the past. My aunt even is grandmasters from the Freemason movements in Belgium. She have never told me, even tot the day that I was becoming Freemason, she have told me. But yeah, you know, I was becoming Freemason by coincidence, you know, because I was doing research in the south of France about different things, you know, the Holy Grail, the Holy Bloodline from Jesus, and so on and so on. And one day we have find something, and it is the Freemasons or the Grandmasters from the Freemasons that have stopped us to go in what we have find, you know. And one of them, they have invited me in Paris. I was becoming Freemason, Martinist, and so on and so on. So yeah, it's from one to the other one by coincidence. I was holding. It was a nice experience, and voilà. Yeah.
And you know how you said you descended from the Palladians? I just want you to know that the Palladians have been assisting Mel a lot in my case.
Mm.
And so when she comes on, maybe she can tell you, more details about my case because we've been working together for
That is like I've said you also before, Jenny, you know, you have the good ones and the bad ones, okay? And there are a lot of alien civilizations on our planet. I was for 20 years the founder from Belgium UFO Network. No, I've do more than 20 years research about UFOs, phenomena, people that are abducted, videos analysis. Most of the time I can see very quick in a few seconds is a fake video, is a real video, you know. So I've do 20 years research on this, you know. So yeah, of course, you know, I was involved in all these informations for many, many, many years, you know. And my conclusion on the end, you know, because on the end after 20 years, I have said I stopped to do analysis about UFOs because we have like a hotline where the people can call. I see an UFO. We sent an UFO expert to this person, do reports and these things. But after 20 years was for me, it was finished. You know, for me, it's clear enough. I don't need to search anymore about this air phenomenon, you know, to make an analysis, you know. And my analysis after 20 years is very, very simple, you know. The aliens don't need to travel many million light years to come to visit us, you know. They don't need it because they live here on our planet. I think even that we live on their planet and they don't live on our planet. No, we live on their planet. And why I say on their planet? Because they was already here before, long time before us. So it's not our planet. It's this planet from these other alien civilizations. That's all.
Why do you think it's being hidden from us? Because in my research, I've discovered that our governments are well aware of their.
The government's not anymore today because now a few days ago, the American Senate, have do again, this research about they bring all the big concerns together of all the big colonels, people that are working for the Secret Service and so on. They need to come to explain them about the UFO phenomenon and about the tic-tac that I have seen a few years ago on these military videos, where we see this object moving. They need to come to explain them, and they explain there from, yes, we have already years contact and so on and so on. But these guys also are closed on disclosures. They cannot always talk because otherwise they lose their job, they lose their money, they lose, and so on and so on. So they want not to take the risk, So, but they have already say, from listening, yes, of course, we know that there are UFOs, UAPs in our air, they are not from our Earth, or they are not from us, So that is for sure, But even this not, I was not looking a few days ago, I was thinking they're going to have to play, with the Senate and so on for many years, and they will not tell it, So we can come to the conclusion they are here on our planet, because also when they do the research, the American government, they want to do the research, the scientific research about the UFO and all this stuff, but they want not to put in question who use this vehicle. Who are them? That I want not to put in discussion, Why they want not to put this in discussion? Because logic, because otherwise the Vatican can tomorrow close the doors, you understand, and so on and so on. So they need to be very subtle because it can be like a domino effect, But they want not to talk about it, but they know for very, very sure, they know the situation about the Greys, about the reptilians, about the Pleiadian, Andromedian, Vegans, the human energies, because the Pleiadian are humans like me and you, that they are on our planet, Yeah, they know it. It is already from the 40s that the American government have contact with them, The story go on that first the Andromedians was of the Nordics, that we say the Nordics are the Pleiadian, Andromedians, and so on, They was coming to the American government, and they have say in the 40s or in the 40s from listening, we want to share information, but we want that you stop your nuclear program, They was not agreed to stop their nuclear program and so on and so on. So they have not, they have not shared between them. And then after the Greys was coming, the little ones, the Greys with the long things, what we see all on videos and TV and so on, these Greys was coming and they were saying from listening, we have not a problem, we want to share our technology if we can do few experiments on this planet, and they've allowed them. Because now today, if you see it also worldwide, we have a lot of alien bases, but we have a lot of genetic alien bases, where they do different genetic experiments and so on and so on and so on. Here, if you have 5 alien bases, or you can be sure in the group from the 5 alien bases, there are 2 genetic alien bases and 3 normal alien bases. So genetic alien bases is very, very important for them, and they are around the world, worldwide. And for sure, the American government know that they are here, but certainly they don't know all the locations of all the places. They know a few places, but not all of them. That is for sure, But yes, and there again, then we have in this group from aliens what living on our planet, you have the good ones and the bad ones, So easy to understand. Like you have humans, there are also good humans and bad humans.
Right.
With the reptilians also, you have good reptilians, not a lot, but a few, right? You have good reptilians and you have bad reptilians, like humans are. You have the dualism.
Well, the bad ones like me.
Yeah, but the bad ways, like as always, because I need to feed them from this energy, like demons, like ghosts feed you also with your energy, you know. When my little daughter was 12 years and she was become medium and she was talking with different ghosts, she said, Dad, I have an experience when I was in the bathroom, there was something. And so, yes, of course, because I know that you are open, that your antenna is open for them to talk with them. So of course they come quicker to you.
Do we come here with those antennas open? Because I grew up in a very remote part of South America, a really small village where nobody had heard of any of what I'm experiencing now. No one. If it was even mentioned, it was somebody read it in a story somewhere. And I was having paranormal experiences, but I couldn't tell anyone. And I started feeling sorry for myself since I was 5 years old because I'd look around and no one around me was relatable because no one was experiencing what I was as far as I knew.
And that's exact, Jenny, because you need to also to look, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that was not normal. When I was very young, and I was talking about yoga, people were saying, you fucking crazy, yoga, what is this? Oh, go this, But now everybody do yoga, everybody's, yoga, we always, but 20, 30 years ago, no, when we was talking in the beginning, when we was doing UFO research, and all these phenomena, we was talking about UFO, said people, oh, it's shit, a fantasy and all this stuff. Now today, the American government say, yeah, UFOs exist, So it's the same in ghosts, it's the same in all this stuff, they are here. That is for 100% for sure, So, and we experience this, and that's why I always a little bit camouflage this, to say it is stupid. Why they make all these movies? X-Files, these. They are all really cases, but they make movies of it. And then after you go to say, I have meet an alien on my bed, blah, blah, blah. There is, you look too much movies, But it's very true. No, it's true. But for some reason, they use always in all this film industry the same alien. If you ask it on 10 children, make your fantasy, make me an alien. They will come with aliens with orange things, this, the most crazy fantasy, But no, in these movies, in this film industry, we talk always about the two, the grays of the reptilians. Always these two. And these two, to convince you to, no, how you say this, that you give the feeling it is normal. Because if I put it always in movies and I do many propaganda about these things, the human become normal on this physics. So in 10 years time, 20 years times, after so many movies and so many things about these greys and reptilians and so on, you are used on it. The day that I show it you, you will be not so shocked. You will say, oh yeah, I know it from television, from films. I see it already 20 years from when I was young. You understand? So yeah, for sure.
Yes, because more and more people are disclosing now that these movies are actually revelations. More revelation, less entertainment, but
Yeah.
it's projected like entertainment.
In the beginning of our conversation, we are talking also about Walt Disney example. Okay? Walt Disney also. Monsters and Co. I've seen this movie a lot with my daughters when they was very young. There was Monsters and Co. But if you see Monsters and Co. and you see what we see today, people, what they film like ghosts, anomalies, glitches, and so on, even all these animals of monsters in Monsters and Co., you can really reflect them to the table from different demons, different ghosts, and so on and so on. So yeah, they make subtle already our conscience about things. Pinocchio, stupid example. Pinocchio, the woodman. But if you go to read the Popol Vuh, the old Maya religion of Bible from the Mayas, you see that before humans, the gods have created the wood humans, the wood people. Pinocchio. and so on and so on. So all these things are subtle that they're bringing back, you know. And on the end, you can ask it, you, is this conscience that I do it or unconscious? Yeah, there's certainly somebody in this matrix that do all this system, that's for sure. 100%.
So I have learned that they have to disclose. They have to give us disclosure because it's one of the universal laws. If you're doing certain things, you have to disclose it. And that in a nonchalant way, that's what they're doing in the movies. I want to ask you this question before we run out of time. People have a bad image of Freemasons. Personally, I do, because my experiences with people who are part of the organization have been nefarious. And so I am asking you this question because I trust something about you, I trust. That's why we're doing this. So I'm trusting that maybe you can shed light on why I possibly feel this way.
But you feel it this way because people make many confusings, many mix a lot of things, you know. Because why they mix a lot of things? Because they don't understand how it is really. You don't understand it, so you make your own connections. You think that it's like this and this and this. So of course, don't forget, Freemason have made America, have made Europe, have made all these governments, continents, and so on and so on and so on. You know, now also in the Freemasons, like normal humans, you have the good ones and you have bad ones. That's easy to understand. And everything on the end have to do with us as human. Why humans like to do war? We do always war. We like to kill.
Yeah, why? Why? Tell me.
Okay.
Why?
But there's another discussion that we can have. How I can explain you. We have to do with because we have different creators, in my opinion. You know, we have a creator that have created man, and we have a creator that have created woman. So there are two different creators. You know, so two different DNAs also. Okay. So, and man, when he was created like the Sumerians say, with the blood of Kingu. And the blood of Kingu, they've used it to create Adam, the first man. But this blood from Kingu was a commander, was a warrior from Lucifer, from the Anunnakis, you know. So men have this in their blood, you know, to make war, we want to kill, and so on. A woman don't have this. Put tomorrow all the presidents in the world as women, we have no war anymore. So simply is to understand. A man have an ego. Want to have ego, want to have power, want to take over, and so on and so on and so on. The warrior blood from Kingu, what is in our blood? We have this now. They've created a woman to distillate these bloods from this man. And after many generations, the blood from Kingu will be distillate out our blood. And man will be less warrior than he was 1,000 years ago.
As you are speaking, I am smiling because you said when women are running the world, we are going to have less wars. Don't let Americans hear you saying this because they want to kill everyone who voted for Trump. I'm not saying I voted for Trump. I am not on either side.
No, ma, you need to see the man and the woman have different energies.
I know what
You
you're
understand?
saying. I'm just being funny. I'm just being funny because there are lots of people who wanted our American president to be the woman. And so when you said that, it made me smile. And that's why
Yeah, but the problem in America with the presidents and all this stuff, you know, what we have today, that is that, you know, the elite have already more than 500 years the destination of America. They decided already, the Freemasons, before that the president become president, they will decide 4 years before who will become the president, and so on and so on. And now you have a stranger that's coming in this story, Trump, but he's not in this elite, and he thinks that he's elected. And these guys are not happy, of course, you know, because they lose the control, you know, for the next 4 years.
Of course.
You know, so
I wrote an op-ed about this, and I said they're wings of the same bird. And if the wing is not attached to the bird, it's not going to go well,
I
right?
know.
So we'll just have to
Yeah.
wait and see and hope for the best.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
You are
And
amazing.
and
You
nog to answer nog on the Jenny, nog to answer nog on your last thing about the Freemasons, you know, what you need to know, and not many people know this, you know, because last time also I received a message and it's from a person that say, yeah, and I know there's a Freemason ritual with blood and blah blah blah, and there was all clothed in white and so on, you know. First, we are never clothed in white. That is already supundo. We make as Freemasons sometimes in jokes when we present us and they say, ah, we are Freemason. We say for a joke, yeah. And we do also, we put also babies on the ritual and we eat babies and we eat baby blood, you know? No, normal Freemasons do this not, you know? And for this, you need to know in
Can
history,
I
we have,
stop you for a minute? 1 minute. Hold that thought.
yeah,
Did you hear what he said? He said normal Freemasons do not eat and drink babies' blood. I want to make
exactly.
sure you guys get that clearly because with his accent, I don't want anybody misunderstanding what he said.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, yeah, for sure, you know. So no, they don't do it, you know. And you need to know also in this history, we have regular Freemasons and non-regular Freemasons, you know. And these non-regular Freemasons are worldwide with more members. Okay, let me say it like this. Why? Because they have again ego to do with the man, you know. Ego for business, ego for politics, ego for everything what they want, you know. So of course, you know, you have in these non-regular Freemasons, what's happening a lot of garbage. You understand? And that reflects also to the regular Freemasons, you know, they do normal, these guys, you know, they stay with normal traditions and so on, you know, that reflect on it. And then you have also old Freemasons, you know, they're like, how is his name? Crowley, example, you know, Crowley, all Freemasons in the beginning, after make their own obedience, make their own rituals, go to mix hermetic things and so on, and he make his own mix, you know. And for sure, there will happening rituals what they do with humans and babies and all this shit is happening 100% for sure. But I can assure you, there's no Freemason, there's no obedience, of there is not a grand lodge, you know, we'll never accept that. So we have not even such rituals, even we put on the line, you understand, you know. But there are some groups like the other things, OTO, of like the Crowley, of the Satanist covenant, of the witches. They do such things. Yes, of course, of course, of course. Why again? Again, energy. Take the energy from the ritual, take the energy from this human, take the energy of this blood to drink this blood, you know, and so on and so on, you know. So yeah,
Disgusting,
of course,
disgusting,
of
because
course.
they traffic humans for this. And I'm
Mhm.
so passionate. It's my dream
Yeah,
to
that there is a big network from trafficking humans and children and so on. Yes, for 100%. Example, the Vatican, you know, the Vatican, we have already so many cases that are abusing the children, and we let them do, you know. I'm a priest, I have abused a child, you know what the Pope got to say? Ah, I will put Levi in another region, in another convent, and it can continue. There's no one priest that was going to prison, to jail.
no, no, no. And it's very
That's
sad.
possible.
We are coming back. When are you available?
When
We
you
have
want.
a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I am so grateful. Can you believe the time is already gone? But I love your passion. You're just like me. You believe in a cause and you go for it. And unapologetically. Why should we apologize when we are choosing to be lights in the world? The world is so dark. It needs more people like you and I. And before I let you go, I want to tell you I was scrolling through TikTok and you appeared, and I stopped in my tracks and I looked at you because you reminded me first of my father when he was younger. I don't know what it was. And then I listened to you and I realized that it was not a coincidence that I stumbled upon you.
Okay.
Because of what I'm dealing with in my life, I've become almost paranoid about people. So I like
Mhm.
to research everyone before I bring them into my circle. And when
Okay.
I saw you were a Freemason, I was freaked out because some of what is happening to me is happening through the lower end or the dark side of the Freemason. But as I
No,
checked,
Jenny, I don't drink blood and I don't do sacrifice of babies, so don't worry, darling. No, really, sorry.
you are hilarious. And so after I did my research and I saw your work, I'm like, this is a good guy. That's why my angels threw you on my path. And so I shared you with Mel, and I'm really excited to bring her in with us on one of these very soon. But thank you so much. Before I let you go, I
Okay.
want to give you an opportunity to leave a message with my viewers regarding anything you want to share that I didn't ask you.
Wow, you will not have many, many questions in the future, Jenny. It will be not the last interview that we do,
Yeah.
So, yeah, because a lot of subjects that we can talk about it. So, you see it when it is suitable for you. When you do want to do your next interview, we do the next interview, no problem.
If I had my choice, we'd do another one tomorrow.
Okay. You see each other in 1 week.
Thank you so much. And to my viewers, thank you for watching Conversations with Jennylyn. Listen, I'm unique and I'm going to be uniquely me forever. And if you don't like me and what I share, you are not obligated to watch this. But I feel it is my responsibility to help people to wipe off the cognitive dissonance that is blinding you to what is happening in your world that's affecting you and your loved ones. And because you are refusing to face reality, you could be hurting yourself. And because I love mankind and I love everyone and I have compassion for dark, evil people, I am doing this. I'm putting myself out there and bringing people like Levi, who's done over 20 years of research and who is an expert on what he's sharing. I am bringing him to your reality to help you wake up. And I thank you for continuing to watch me. And Levi and I will be back soon.
Thank you, Jenny.
You. Thank you, Levi.